The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Let me be your lighthouse so I can show you the way. Let me be your shining light from drifting away. I don't want to make you.
Hey, it's me again, Patty Hunter, and this is my show, Patty's Page. Welcome. Well, today my guest is going to be Steve Bashi. Hello. Welcome to my show, doll.
Thank you.
So you are called Sensei Bashi, right? Or Sensei Steve Bashi? What would your what is your title?
It's sensei.
Sensei. What does that mean? By
It means
way?
teacher.
Teacher.
Yeah, I like to keep it simple.
Yeah.
I am a master instructor,
Yeah.
or sabumnim, what they call you in Korean, but I like to keep it simple.
Who taught you?
I've had various teachers. I started long ago. Initially, when I had first started my training, it was in Fort Carson, Colorado.
Oh, phew.
I'm an Army brat.
Are you Army brat?
Yes,
Oh
ma'am.
my goodness, you went all over to me? Ah. So when your dad went, your family went, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I started training in Colorado. My mom actually took class with me. I was about 10 years old. And then after that, I continued my training at Fort Bragg. My dad was restationed back in Fort Bragg. And then at the age of about 15, I started under Grandmaster Jung Soo Park. He's a Korean Grandmaster.
What is he known for?
He's very, very well known, one of the highest ranked grandmasters in the world. He was in the Korean Rock Army, which is like the Navy SEALs.
Oh, Rock Army. Okay.
Okay, he
Navy
was.
SEALs, something like that.
Yeah, it's like the Korean version of the Navy SEALs. He also did some stunt doubling in Miami Vice. He was actually Sato, the uncle of the bad guy on the Karate Kid.
Oh.
Remember when he went to Japan?
Yeah.
Remember when they did the
My
fight
goodness.
scene? Yeah, that was my teacher as well.
Is
So
he still around?
no, he passed away last November. So
And your dad?
God bless his soul. Yeah, my dad's still around. Yeah,
How's your mom?
she's great.
That's good. I love her. She's a beautiful woman.
Yes, she
Just
is.
like you.
Inside
You're a
and out.
beautiful man. Handsome man. Oh.
Thank you.
So, what is your mission statement for Bashi martial arts?
My main mission is I want to help people to feel more self-empowered. I think a lot of that comes from within instead of externally. I believe true power and true confidence comes from the inside. So that's what I try to do, is build the character from the inside out.
And you hold classes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What's you have more than one group of classes, like ages, youth and up to adults?
Yes, ma'am. I have a little tiger class.
Uh-huh.
They're really cute. They're like from 3.5 to 6-year-old.
Ah.
And then I have 7 to 12-year-old, and then 13 and up. I've actually trained a woman up to 102 before at a nursing
good?
home. She tried it for the first time. We went out and we did a demo, and I believe it's at Sacred Heart in a villa. And she stands up and she's doing the basic techniques. A little shaky, but she tried. She did a wonderful job, and she seemed very happy. So,
Kudos for her.
yes, ma'am.
So your classes, how often do they? How often are they each week? You know, is it?
Yeah, we have a consistent class schedule. It's Monday through Saturday.
Yeah. Oh.
And the only day that I take off really is Sunday. Sometimes I'm still in there training or cleaning and organizing. So
So you don't really take too much time off?
no, I love it.
Oh yeah, that's good. It's good. As you know, if it's not feeling like work and cumbersome, it's good. It's good. I like that. What I do in being a producer and TV host is not work. It's fun. I enjoy doing that, meeting new people and that.
And you do a wonderful job at it. So
More.
you have good charisma.
Oh, aw, thank you.
You're welcome.
At what age should a child start to learn self-defense?
The earlier the better, because, like I said, you're molding them from the inside out, not just with the physical discipline, but the character development aspect of it, the discipline.
It's like a spiritual thing
Yes, ma'am.
and a physical thing.
Yes, ma'am.
So you work the psyche as well as the body.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So how do you go about that? What's your daily schedule? I mean, when you're going to your studio, it's called a studio?
Or dojo.
Or dojo? How do you begin a class? Do you warm up or?
When you ask my daily, like my personal routine all the way up until?
No, the classes.
School.
Classes.
The classes, we open at 8.
You open at 8?
Yes, ma'am. And I have noon classes Tuesday and Thursday.
Right.
And that's at 12 noon. And then we have night classes.
Oh.
And the prime time's from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we have basic kids classes, intermediate, advanced, and then we have adults, basic, intermediate, advanced.
So you have a little time off in between each section of classes, you mean?
It's pretty consistent, back to back. Every once in a while, I'll have one of my black belts or another sensei come in and teach. I have one guy that's from Bowles Karate.
What's his name?
That helps out. He helps assist. Charles Beard.
Charles Beard.
Yeah.
And do you have anyone else working for you? You have staff, of course.
They don't really, they're not on payroll, they're just volunteers.
That's
Occasionally they help out. And
that's nice.
it's a very honorable thing to do.
You moved from one place to what we have now at North Clinton.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been there?
I've been there since September.
Of last year?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Let's put up the address for Bashi Martial Arts while we're talking, so let people know where his studio is, his dojo. Thank you. So you want to help the community, build it up?
Yes, ma'am.
That's good. I understand you're volunteering for the track, as they call it, Three Rivers Art Center for Kids. And you want to help the children there and the adults, or how would you help them, the children who have been abused?
Especially the ones that have been abused. A lot of them, when you're abused physically or mentally, it leaves scars,
Yes.
as we know. And the only way to, I guess, handle what you've been through is to keep pushing through and to persevere and try to move forward and develop yourself and evolve and be the best you can be.
So when you're young and you are abused, that you're being bullied or something like that, you're showing the kids how they can defend themselves against someone bigger or stronger than they are. That's right?
Yes, ma'am. Because a lot of the times, if they grew up in a very abusive household,
Yeah.
let's say
First they have to get away.
one of the parents was abusive, and then they grow up believing that they're a certain way. What I try to do is reprogram their mind.
Yeah.
Your mind's like a computer.
Right.
Like, we constantly affirm positive, like, you can do this, you're getting better. Never say I can't, always say I can.
You can, yeah.
Never say I'm weak, always I'm strong.
The sky's the limit.
Yeah, and then eventually you can break out of that negativity, and you'll start to feel more empowered and more self-sufficient and stronger, and you have more confidence. Especially when you do martial arts, you feel great.
Yeah.
You can't help but feel like you're
Are you like
very
a
powerful.
counselor yourself, or
No,
not really?
I teach more philosophy in the class. I don't. What I tell people to do, and I know everyone has their own opinion about it, but if I have someone walk in and they say, well, I'm down, I'm depressed, I'm this and that, okay, well, maybe that's true, but when you walk in this door, you're going to affirm, I can handle it, I'm getting better. Because the more you feed into the negative, I feel like it's not going to help them.
That's
I think
right.
if you have them reaffirm the positive,
Sit up straight.
chest out, chin up, and walk with confidence, and just have a great attitude to make that a positive habit. Even if you're having a bad day, or something happens where you start to remember something in your past that's causing the way you feel now, I tell them to fake it till you make it. If someone asks you how you're doing, don't say life is terrible, I'm bad. Just say I'm fantastic, I'm getting better.
I gotta learn that.
And when you reaffirm that, when you fake it till you make it, eventually you will be fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's all about reprogramming the mind and the body, so it becomes more autonomic. It's like if someone attacks me, I'm going to react autonomically without thinking.
Yeah.
Because I've trained that way.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing with the mind. If someone attacks a kid and says something like, "You're stupid, you can't do it," he's going to reaffirm, "Yes, I can. I believe I can. I'm smart."
So it gives
you see what I'm
them
saying?
the strength, the backbone, so they can be able to stand up to their abuser.
Yeah, never finish in a negative statement, Don't beat yourself up. Don't believe in what other people have to say. All that matters, can I use the God word? Is to put God first.
Yeah.
Think positive.
You bet.
Work on yourself, and anyone can change and evolve and get better.
Do you find a lot of people, a lot of children here are going through difficult times at home? Like single parents or...
Yeah, it's everywhere, especially the bullying and things like that.
Especially
you hear
at
about
school, our peers, our fellow students. How can a child defend themselves against a big bully?
What people don't realize when you train in martial arts, okay, and I'm not saying it because I'm a martial arts teacher, but internally you start to feel better about yourself. You start to feel more confident, and you project that, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you see life, the energy you project, projecting a positive self-image, positive attitude. And usually when you're like that,
they won't muck about.
You deflect it.
Oh, so they say say some child gets attacked by one of the kids. How do they physically defend themselves? They do something.
I teach what's called defending without fighting. Especially in a school, because let's say a bully gets in someone's face, or they choke, go in to grab them or choke them or put them in a headlock. If you start punching and kicking, a lot of times you'll get suspended or expelled. So what I teach them to do is how to control the situation, how to defend without bodily harm. Where there's things that you can do to distance yourself or attract attention, like something simple, like putting your hand up and saying, "Leave me alone," real loud. Yeah, real loud, stepping back, distancing yourself, stepping back a few feet, and just saying, "Leave me alone," real loud. Because what this does, auditorily, the teacher can hear you, right, from across the room, if you're in a cafeteria or lunchroom or outside in the playground. And plus, this here, what does this tell people? I'm the good guy or bad guy?
Good guy, because
Exactly.
you're showing your vulnerability.
Yeah, it's my body language. Now, if I go like this
That
is
means
showing
you're gonna be
aggressive.
fighting,
So that's what I teach them. But a lot of people, what people have to understand, a lot of it comes from the inside. How you think of yourself, how you carry yourself, that's your best defense. Okay? A lot of people that are confident, they don't get picked on.
That's true.
It's the ones that internalize, or they think negative about themselves, and they walk around like this, shoulders slumped, looking around. They attract more of that. That's why you have two people. They can look the exact same, right? Dressed the same and everything, and one person gets picked on more than the other.
I was picked on a lot when I was a kid. I was a shy little thing. I would turn about as beet red as you wouldn't believe. Anyone looked at me the wrong way. So they targeted me, which wasn't very nice. And no one like you in those days. I was told to buck up, and bite the bullet. And I was in one room. In high school, I was in one classroom with all the bullies that had bothered me. Mom wouldn't let me go out of the class. So I had to either toughen up or continue being downtrodden, and I toughened up.
And I feel where you're coming from, because a lot of people don't know this, but as a child I was bullied really bad too.
Yeah, that's
and that's part of why I got into martial arts. And it's just amazing how much when you develop yourself from the inside out, your confidence, you know what I'm saying, and the way you view life, it's amazing how people respond more positive to you, just from the inside out. Just by carrying yourself with your chest out, your chin up.
We need more people like you to help.
And the only way you can think positive, and I know people have said in the past, well, how can I think positive? How can I move forward? This and that. This has happened to me in my past.
A lot of people say, no, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Well,
and I understand why they would feel that way, because they've been scarred inside and out.
Right.
But if you work out and you train in martial arts,
right,
you release what's called endorphins from your brain, and it makes you feel better. Okay? Plus, when you're training your body, sound mind. You feel more at peace. You know what I'm saying? You just feel amazing. And when you feel amazing, how do you think? You think amazing. And when you think amazing, what do we attract in our life? More amazing things. So it's much deeper than what people think.
Yeah.
It's not externally. It's not what you wear. It's not what you have.
It's what's inside.
It's what's inside.
Oh, the
you
strength comes from within.
Into out. Yeah.
With God's help.
Yes, God first.
I was going to say, do you deal with the health of that person? Nutrition, wellness, or something like that? Or do you have other people working with you doing that?
I tell them it's simple. You know, just drink plenty of water, eat a high alkaline diet, fruits and vegetables.
No meat?
Yeah, you can eat some meat, preferably white meat, you know, like chicken.
Pork?
Yeah, fish.
I'm staying away from pork. I fell in love with a little pig one time, and I can't eat ham now. I have this thing against. Anyways.
That's understandable. Yeah.
So.
The more you exercise, the more protein you want to take in, though.
Yeah. What do you think of vegetarians? What can they eat? Do you know?
There's plenty of ways to get
lentils
your protein.
Yeah,
lentils, beans, peanuts.
Yeah.
Things like that. Almond milk.
Your schedule, when you get up, do you warm up yourself? You know, you do exercising before you go to the dojo?
Yes, ma'am. Every day, my morning routine, I try to get up at 4 a.m.
4 a.m.?
Yeah, and the first thing I do is I get down on my knees and I pray. And I read my Bible and I give God my time for a good 40 minutes to an hour.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Yes, because,
that's all right.
Well, think about it. If you're in a relationship with somebody, okay, you don't want them giving you 1 minute or just saying, hi, have a good day, see ya. They get jealous of that.
So you're one-on-one with God?
God gets jealous too. But God should be the most important person we go to. So that's why I make it a discipline every day, because I want to align with God. I want to have a relationship with God. Right. Because God's the only way. That's the only way we can make it.
So after you say your prayers and you have your dinner, breakfast, I mean, you go to the office or...
Then I go to the gym.
You go to the gym.
And then I train.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back in shape. I had a surgery, an ACL tear. So I put on a little weight. But I'm trying to get back in shape. I usually do 2 hours in the morning and then 1 hour at night. I've got guys that I work out with.
Build yourself up again.
Yes, ma'am.
That's cool. Yeah. Then what else? After the gym?
After the gym, I'll eat breakfast and get ready for work. I'm in the dojo by 8:30 at the latest. Yeah. And then I'm there teaching, cleaning, organizing, whatever I need to do. Marketing.
But you have other people coming in, like you said before, volunteers.
Yeah, luckily I've got a young lady. We call her, Mama Son. Her name's Hope. She helps out tremendously.
She's nice. I met her.
Yeah, and then I've got a really good team. I've got Mike Pete in. They call him Mike the Machine. A lot of people know him around town.
I know Mike.
Yeah. And
how is he?
Master Beard. He's great. Yeah? Yeah, he's been a wonderful help. He's like my marketing master. He's out there every day talking about the program, handing out flyers, referring people. So
does he volunteer or?
Yeah, he does it because he loves it. He just loves and believes in what I do.
Is he retired or anything like that? Or? No.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
He used to wrestle with Dick the Bruiser and do some work with him.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
Wow. How long you known him?
Mike the Machine, off and on for about 10 years now. Yeah.
So how long have you been sensei here in Fort Wayne?
Sensei here, about 6 years.
6 years?
Yep.
Groovy. So you must have started when you were 10. It's been, what, 25 years?
Mm-hmm.
Merciful heavens.
About 30 years
What
now.
degree?
It's
is
been
your
about
black
33
belt?
years.
33?
Yeah, because I'm 43 now. So.
Well, I'll be dog. I'm 20 years older than you.
I'll be 44 in May.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I'm a 5th degree. I haven't tested in it's been like 14, 15 years, so I should be about a 7th degree, but I just haven't tested.
You should test yourself, see how far up you are.
Yeah.
And how many degrees do you have in the black belt?
You have your 1st degree when you get your black belt.
Right.
2nd degree, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. It goes up to 10th.
10th?
Which is a Grand Master.
Ah, you don't know whether you're a Grand Master or not, do you? You're close to it.
A few more years, yeah.
A few more years.
Yeah.
You still, I'm sure you're still learning
Mm-hmm.
whilst you are becoming better.
I love it.
One never
very
stops
passionate.
learning. As you grow older, even when you die and go up to heaven, you never stop learning. But it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's something I'm very passionate about, not just because I love martial arts and I love to train and learn new things, because it doesn't matter how high you are up in rank, there's still more to learn. And I try to master what I've already learned, a lot of repetition. But the main thing I really love, and I feel blessed, is to be a sensei, to be a teacher, so I can help people to grow, to help mold their character.
Yes.
As well as not just the physical training, but like we said earlier, the internal.
The internal.
Which I feel is very important, the character development aspect of it. So,
by knowing karate, judo, and all martial arts, you don't go out and pick a fight. You're a peaceful person. You don't deliberately start a fight because you know what you can do to a poor person who doesn't. But if someone does attack you, then you have to resort. You don't take life. You just immobilize them, so to speak.
if you have to,
If you have to.
situations.
May you never get into a situation where it comes very traumatic or dramatic or something like that.
That's the beautiful thing about martial artists, especially the higher level you get. You develop this peace, like you said,
Yes, sir.
but it's like a strong confidence, a power that you develop. Like
'Cause you
it's
know
peace,
what you
but
can
you're
do.
strong at the
Yeah.
same time. And like you said, you're confident. You know what you can do, and I think people can sense that. They can sense whether or not you're weak or strong. So the stronger you get, you're less apt to be attacked or bullied. And that's
Which I need to get into myself.
Yeah, the better you get at martial arts, the less you're going to use it.
Yeah.
It's the ones out there that, learned a few techniques and they're out there trying to prove something and bully and start fights. Those are the ones that are going to attract.
Those are the
more
dangerous
issues.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find when you start with a child and go up, how many years do you work with a student?
I've had them from the age of 4 up until 14. They've stayed with me 10 years before.
So they, where do they go after that? Do they?
Usually at that age, they're teenagers.
Yeah.
They're wanting to go do other things. And,
Right. But do they come back?
They always come back.
Grandkids?
I can't tell you how many. I've got a couple that still come around once in a while to say hi. I had them from 4 years old until about 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
And they come back and visit me at 20, 22 years old just to say hi. And
Mercy.
visit.
But they still keep up with their practicing and all that, do they?
Some do, some don't. I've had some of them tell me I wish I would have maintained and stayed consistent.
Yeah. Maintaining people,
Yeah.
especially people who are serious about that.
But that's a really, really good time, to keep a child. Because usually people lose interest after about, 3 or 4 years. Once they get their black belt, they want to go do other things. So to keep them that long, that's a good.
Sure. Especially when they're
good
growing up,
record.
you help to condition them to be stronger and better people, spiritually as well as physically. I think.
And they never forget that.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
It's like falling off a bike. Yet when you get back on, it just comes to you naturally. Do you find people always come back for refresher courses or?
Yeah, and like I said
Yeah.
earlier, that they never forget. What I meant was they don't forget how you make them feel. If they felt good when they were with you, and they felt like they we're in amazing shape and they had that peace of mind. They never forget that. They always want to come back and visit and restart,
Yeah.
do it again. So
That's cool.
because they mess it,
Yeah. Well, you're a likable person, and you're very decent and very sweet person, and a strong one at that.
Thank you.
You're like talk softly but carry a thick
A big stick.
big Well, listen,
I'm having fun.
I know, so am I, but it's almost time to go.
Are you going to show them that karate technique I showed you last week?
Uh-oh.
That Jackie Chan technique? You're going to jump up.
Ooh, hi.
You got to jump up and go, woo! You're awesome.
I love you. Well, thank you for coming on to my show.
Thank you, Patty.
Steve Bashi, Sensei.
You're awesome. Love you.
He's my bud. Anyways, thank you for helping out track as well. And we'd love to have you on board, as you know. So I have to go now. So this is Patty Hunter from Patty's Page. And we'll see you next week. And God bless. And have a wonderful week.
You're always in my heart and every dream. Don't let this time apart give in to all our fears. God will keep us close from up above. So until we meet again, Godspeed, my